Life is too short for slow, boring anime. You want the stuff that hits hard, looks amazing, and keeps you saying just one more episode until the sun comes up. From assassins to gods, monsters to street fighters, I've lined up 10 action-packed anime that will grab you by the collar and never let go. This is Emiverse Anime. Watch this video to the end and hit that subscribe button now. At number 10, we are looking at Sakamoto Days. Sakamoto was once the most feared assassin alive, the kind of guy who could walk into a room full of armed enemies and leave without a wrinkle in his shirt. Then, he fell in love, got married, had a kid, and traded the hitman life for running a small convenience store. Oh, and he gained some weight. But here's the thing. You can take the man out of the assassin world, but you can't take the assassin out of the man. When trouble finds him, and trust me, trouble always finds him, he springs into action like flipping a switch. Watching him go from friendly store owner to precision fighting machine is pure joy. One second he's ringing up snacks, the next he's disarming 10 guys while holding a shopping bag in one hand. His fights are clever, using his surroundings in ways you don't expect. There's comedy, there's heart, and there's absolute chaos. It's like John Wick, if John Wick also sold ramen and lottery tickets. Number 9. Kaiju 8 Goo. Picture a world constantly under attack by kaiju, massive monsters tearing cities apart. Now picture being the guy who cleans up after those battles. That's Kafka Hibino. He's not a hero, not a soldier, just a cleanup worker who once dreamed of joining the defense force. Then life throws him a curveball in the form of a parasite-like kaiju that fuses with him. Suddenly, he is the monster, but also still himself. Now he's balancing fighting to protect humanity while hiding the fact that he's one of the things they're hunting. The fights are insane. Giant claws, crushing blows, buildings coming down like dominoes. But the real hook is Kafka's personality. He's older than your typical shonen protagonist, funnier, and far more relatable if you've ever felt like your dreams passed you by. It's action with a side of don't count yourself out just yet. Number 8. Chao Neng Lifang. This Chinese action anime, or donghua, doesn't play around. Think of it as a collision between X-Men and Psycho-Pass, with a dash of Mob Psycho 100's chaotic energy. In this world, certain people have special powers, but having an ability makes you a target for shady organizations, rival factions, and the government. Our protagonist isn't your squeaky clean hero. He's sharp, dangerous, and unpredictable. The kind of character you root for, but also side-eye because you're not entirely sure if you can trust him. The powers are creative, from mind-bending illusions to bone-shattering strength, and the fight choreography is wild. Every battle feels like a chess match with fists, with both sides trying to outthink and outmaneuver each other. If you've been craving something outside the typical Japanese anime sphere, Chao Neng Lifang will pull you into a whole new world of high-stakes action. Number 7. Windbreaker. If Tokyo Revengers ditched the time travel and focused entirely on raw street fights, you'd get Windbreaker. Set in a world where bike gangs and neighborhood crews settle their scores with fists instead of words, this anime blends intense action with surprisingly deep character bonds. Haruka Sakura, the main character, walks in looking like trouble, tall, cold-eyed, ready to throw hands. But over time, you realize he's fiercely loyal and willing to fight for the people he cares about. The street brawls are gritty and realistic, but still carry that anime flair with slick animation and slow-mo hits that make you flinch in your seat. What keeps you watching isn't just the fights. It's how every rival eventually earns your respect. You'll start out hating certain characters, but by the end, you're rooting for them too. Number 6. Shinmai Ossan Bouken-sha. Saikyou Party ni Shinuhodo Kiterarete Muteki ni Naruhao. This one's a long title, but it's worth learning to say because it's pure overpowered fun. It follows Rick Gladiator, a man who starts adventuring late in life. Normally, that's a recipe for failure. Except Rick trained with the strongest adventurers in the world, who pushed him to his limits daily. Now he's so powerful that what terrifies others barely makes him break a sweat. Watching him handle threats is hilarious, like swatting flies while everyone else is screaming in panic. But it's not all laughs. The show also touches on friendship, humility, and what it means to use power responsibly. If you like your action with a side of feel-good moments, this anime nails it. Number 5. The Fable. Meet Akira Sato, known in the underworld as the Fable, A hitman so efficient it's almost scary. His boss tells him to take a year off, live like a normal citizen, and for the love of all that's holy, don't kill anyone. Watching him try to blend into society is comedy gold. He's brutally honest, socially awkward, and still deadly even when he's trying not to be. The action scenes are quick, precise, and realistic, making every fight feel like it could actually happen. It's not non-stop battles, but when the action hits, it's sharp and satisfying. And the contrast between his peaceful life and his lethal skills makes it addictively funny. Number 4, Ragna Crimson. If you think dragons are majestic and noble, Ragna Crimson will ruin that for you in the best way. In this world, dragons are apex predators that rule the skies and destroy human settlements without mercy. Ragna starts as a weak dragon hunter, but when he encounters his future self, he's given a massive power-up and a grim warning. The cost of his strength is high, and the battles he's heading into will test every part of him. The fights are desperate, bloody, and beautifully animated. It's dark fantasy at its finest, with that edge-of-your-seat tension that makes every swing of a sword feel like it matters. Number 3, Ninja Kamui. Joe Higan thought he'd left his ninja days behind, living quietly with his family. But when his past comes back in the form of betrayal and blood, he's forced into a one-man war against an entire organization. This anime does not hold back. The fights are brutal and fluid, mixing traditional ninja weapons with modern tech. Every slash, punch, and kick has weight, and the animation makes it all feel dangerously real. It's stylish, fast-paced, and soaked in revenge. Perfect for fans who want an unrelenting action ride. Number 2, Hell's Paradise. Jigokuraku Gabimaru the Hollow is a death row inmate who just can't seem to die, no matter how hard people try. He's offered freedom if he can find the elixir of life on a mysterious island, but the place is a nightmare filled with bizarre, deadly creatures. Teamed up with Sagiri, a fierce swordswoman, Gabimaru faces dangers that blur the line between horror and beauty. The island is lush and colorful, but every flower might eat you alive. It's violent, it's emotional, and it's full of characters with tragic backstories that hit harder than some of the fight scenes. Number 1, The God of High School. If you want pure, unfiltered anime chaos, The God of High School delivers. It starts as a martial arts tournament between high school students, but quickly escalates into gods, demons, and powers straight out of myth. Jin Mori, the main character, is an energetic fighter who can throw hands with literally anyone. The fights are insane. Taekwondo kicks that crack the air, giant summons crashing onto the battlefield, and animation so slick you'll rewind just to see a move again. The plot gets wild, but the sheer energy of this show makes it impossible to stop watching. And that's the countdown. 10 anime guaranteed to keep you hooked. Whether you're into assassins, dragons, street fights, or supernatural tournaments, this list has your next binge waiting. Hit the comments and tell me which one you're watching first, or which you think should have made the cut. Let's see if your taste can top mine.